experience of this first start of the season on Saturday rather. How was that for you?
Yeah, it was obviously delighted to get back in the team. It's been a long few months, to be honest. It's always disappointing when you're injured, but when you sort of come back pre-season and you're out there with the lads, especially when you sort of get the new faces in and you want to get to meet everyone. Obviously you do it off the pitch, but you learn about each other on the pitch, especially in pre-season when you have them tough days. It's just about digging in and sticking together. So like I said, from that point of view, it's been frustrating, but I've worked as hard as possible, tried to catch up from all the sort of running sessions that I've missed. So hopefully that's all behind me now and can look to sort of keep building on my fitness during games, during training, and keep moving forward.
How was that challenge for you? Obviously, because the players round about you've all had that pre-season and the chance to build up steadily, but for yourself it was very much a case of working alone so that you were ready to make that first start.
Yeah, it is difficult. Like I say, I think when you're doing a running session and as a group, you sort of try and pull each other along, or if you are struggling, you try and tag on someone's shoulder and try and keep up with them. But when you're on your own, you don't really have that. As hard as it is that you're trying to push yourself, or if you're doing it with Ash or whoever, they're obviously trying to push you through it. But it's just having that sort of mental sort of side of it, I think, getting your head around the session that's in front of you, because it's got to be done and there's no sort of hiding away from it. You got to get those sort of hard yards in, and you get back into training and it's almost like you've not done any running. It's like starting again. So we tried to condense it as short as possible, but equally to make sure we've got all the necessary sort of leg work and passing, timing and everything else that sort of comes along with it.
You've played in the last 2 matches, so you've got a chance for you to build a bit of momentum personally and keep yourself in it.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think you can do as much running and training as you want. It's about sort of getting out on the pitch, getting used to sort of those positions again, which you probably take for granted. So as you said, it's about feeling your way back in, but at the end of the day, it's not pre-season games that you're feeling your way into. It's straight back into league games. There's points to play for, so you've got to try and hit the ground running, and that's something that I've tried to concentrate on, and hopefully that momentum just keeps building now. The fitness levels keep going up and everything else just falls into place.
In your position, there's a lot of competition for places, so how has that been for you personally to develop and keep improving? Yeah,
it's good. I think whenever you look across the board at clubs at whatever level, generally clubs that do well and on a consistent basis, you've got competition for places. I just think naturally it generates a competitive environment, whereas you know, for whatever reason, if you're not at it, there'll be someone chomping at your bit. So it's equally important that lads in the team are doing everything they can to stay in the team, but lads who aren't in the team are still training well, snapping at people's heels, because things change quickly in football, whether it's through lack of form, suspension, injury. Before you know it, you might be back in the team, and that might be the opportunity that you've been waiting for, and the first one that might come for a while. So you've got to grasp that. So hopefully that keeps everyone together, but keep moving forwards in a positive manner.
In the summer transfer window, we brought a lot of signings in, so as a senior player in the squad, would you give them more a hands-on role to make sure they settle in and make sure the squad comes together as quickly as possible?
Yeah, as much as possible. I think obviously everyone finds their own feet, everyone has different personalities on and off the pitch, so I think it's important that lads come in naturally and find their own way, but equally make sure that if anyone needs anything, or you see anyone just looking around, or first few days you might see someone who might be sat on their own, just small things like that I think you take for granted. But I think it's important that everyone makes an effort to not sit with the same people all the time, not sit in the same chair all day, keep moving around, keep speaking to each other, because we spend a lot of time with each other, on the pitch, off the pitch, on the bus, in hotels. It's a long old season, so it's important that everybody sort of gets on. You don't have to be best friends, but if someone needs a little chat, or an arm round, or the other way, a bit of a more stern conversation, then everyone's got to be happy to accept that and have that.
Of course, it's a Yorkshire therapy, so are you looking forward to that occasion, especially at home as well, in front of other supporters?
Yeah, it's going to be great. I think only have to look at the sort of last year, when the game was here and obviously away. The atmosphere how intense it can be. I think it's what everybody strives for. When the fixtures come out at the start of the season, it's probably one of the games that the majority of people will look at. So it's one that everyone's looking forward to, and one that